Hello, 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 you all. This is Life with Tashana, where over here we can be anywhere. They say I be all over the place. And yes, that is true. I be all over the place. One day I'm out in the garden, the next day you might hear me going at it with somebody on here, and the next day it's about parenting. I'm all over the place over here. But today we are out in the garden. We are out in the garden, and I'm on this phone today, so I ain't been on the phone in forever and a day. It's like my mind want to forget like how this whole thing works or whatever. So, but organ already. But I wanted to show a little bit of the garden is looking like out here that I was telling y'all about. I came to start doing the um started to do the tilling of my garden and everything, and how that turned out. Well, you can see my tiller sitting right there, and you can see some of what I started to get done. I need to figure out how to switch this camera around, but to show you all what I started to do before I told y'all that there was a lingering spirit around here that was not wanted, and my tiller tore up before I started. But see the remnants of my old garden that was there. So we just walking around and trying to get this tilled up. But like I said, my tiller till my, get my good old boy. So okay, that's where we at with that. And hopefully y'all could see what I was showing you all. But yeah, I have a whole bunch that I could till in a whole bunch of different places. But I gotta have a working tiller first. So now I'll take you all to where my potato is and I'm potatoes are. And I'm telling y'all, y'all gonna hear all kind of noise and stuff today because all of my neighbors are out and about, and you know, you will see how it is out here in the good old country. So we walking up here to where the area where I have my potatoes planted at, so you all can see the progress of our potatoes that we planted 3 weeks ago. Oh, see the progress of my potatoes that I planted 3 weeks ago. I've been trying to keep y'all in the loop with how they are going, and they do look really good. Hey, chickens. So, see my chickens back there behind me. Hey, chickens. Okay, we down. So I'm going to show you. See our potatoes that we put into the garden bed. This is what they looking like right now. Yeah, it's like, wow. Them are our potatoes. I have not mulched around them yet, but this is the what I was telling you all, that when they get like around this size right here, it's time to mulch around the sides of them. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna put mulch around these potato plants, and we'll go from there. So let me get my gloves on and get this camera set up so that you all can be able to see. And that might be a doozy, but let me get that straightened up. Thank you very much, Peppermint. Thank you for being here and joining me. I'm gonna get it together after a while, y'all. But let me set that up, and hopefully I got y'all at a right angle so you can be able to see what it is that I'm doing. So you're welcome. I have been thinking about starting a garden myself. Yes, Peppermint, go ahead and do it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times that I've started and stopped things um because I thought I wasn't doing good. But the only way you can fail at gardening is not trying at all. When you get that one thing that you got it down packed on how to do it, honey, that one thing can boost your self-esteem to the next generation of growing things. And before you know it, you'll be all out of hand trying to grow everything. But the important thing is to grow something, because these times that we in right now, you just don't even know what you are gonna get and what you ain't gonna get. The grocery store ain't even promised to you these days. So I'm going to go ahead and start mulching around these potato plants. And the reason I mulch around the potato plants is so when the potatoes start to grow, no sunlight hit them because sunlight, they say, and I'm not no professional. I'm telling you, I just grow. Um, they say if the sunlight hits your potatoes, it makes them poisonous to the body. So we don't need no sunlight hitting on our potatoes and causing none. Cause we trying to help sustain life, not take it out. So um, and I'm just gonna show you. I already got my bin of mulch right here, and it ain't nothing fancy to it. It's just taking it and I build around everything. And this is just some mulch that we got several people that's in the that do tree services and stuff out here. I just ask those people that whenever they get it or whatever, like especially like pine, um, or like oak trees and stuff like that, when they get those kinds of things, please come here and deliver it to me, which they don't have to pay the dump or wherever they pay to dump it, for getting rid of their garbage, which is a treasure to me. So and if y'all mess around and hear me scream or something, because sometimes worms and stuff be inside this mulch. And honey, if I see one, I'm up out of here. I never knew that about the sunlight poisoning the potatoes. What they call them, they get green. They start to turn like get a green color on them or whatever, and that's supposed to not be good about it. But again, I said I'm not a pro. I just grow. Mulch from Home Depot wouldn't be acceptable. I wouldn't think so because I think you don't want nothing that's been treated or anything like that on the food that you're gonna eat because you have to think about like whatever they treating that mulch and that pine and stuff with, it's gonna absorb into your food. So you don't want that. And plus your food that you're growing in your garden is gonna be better than any other food that you can get from any other place, especially when you know what's gonna be in it or not. So it's best to like get your own. You can even use leaves. You got leaves dropping around on the ground in your yard, especially that the fall just, winter just leaving, all your leaves and stuff from your trees is on the ground. You can use leaves to do this same thing instead of mulch. But yeah, I wouldn't say use a mulch from Home Depot. Not that's been treated. every now and then I gotta stop and fix something that I think is a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna bring y'all up a little bit closer so you can see what I did there. Good morning, good morning. Beautiful day to all. Absolutely global empire. Hey, high class family. Yep. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so now I'm gonna show you what I just did. I just put a covering on the top of my potatoes to keep the sun from touching them. They have risen up. This is after a 3 week growth. This is what I have so far. And this is one of the last things that I have to do to the potatoes, besides keeping them watered. And every now and then you'll get some kind of moth or a bug or something or whatever. Y'all hear my chickens talking too. Every now and then they'll get that just means somebody done laid an egg over there and they want the whole world to know that they laid an egg over there. So um but every now and then you'll get something that lay eggs on your potatoes and want to try and eat them up. Now that's one thing that I do try to hey Ben Staker, how you doing today? That is something, and I told y'all that I don't like to spray different stuff on my vegetables and stuff like that. But there is one thing that I will use, and it's called diatomaceous earth. Because what diatomaceous earth will do, it'll dry worms and bugs out from the inside out or whatever if they eat on your plants or whatever. So it's like a dust. And diatomaceous earth is something that's created naturally in the world, and nobody got to do anything to make it happen or whatever. But it helps with stuff eating your. So if I had to suggest to somebody what would you use to keep bugs and stuff from off of your plants, I would use diatomaceous earth. And let me just show you my onions. That this another thing to these green onions. You can take them, and the ones you get from the grocery store, you can cut the top off of them, but you know the little root that be at the bottom of it. Keep the little root on the bottom of it and plant it. It will grow back up to this. You see right here, I cut this down probably like 3 days ago. They will continuously keep growing. I don't pull them up. I just come and clip the top off of them, and then I keep using them. No need to get rid of them like that. And there go a tomato growing in a place that I didn't originally plant it in, but it's working. And something done came up here and because I did another bed with well, half of this bed I did with potatoes, and something been up here digging in the bed and done dug up one of my potatoes right here. Look how it's just sitting there like as if I didn't plant it. So I'm just gonna dig down and put that bad baby back up underground where it's supposed to be at. And good night and good morning all at the same time. So this is another bed where I got potatoes planted. Yes, diatomaceous earth is everything. That's what, if I don't trust nothing else, I trust using diatomaceous earth in my garden. It's one other thing that I use, and it's called BT, but I ain't did enough research on it to find out like where it originates from. The diatomaceous earth is something that I worked with in the very beginning, but this is what I'm talking about. This stuff right here, I have this, but I haven't been using it. And it's like kind of like a bacteria for bugs and worms and stuff like that. It does the same thing like the diatomaceous earth is. It's just I don't know where it comes from. I've used it before, but then changed my mind about it. It even say that you can use it up until the day you get ready to harvest because it's not harmful to us. But again, I said I ain't did enough research on it to know what I'm talking about. I'm just telling you what it say on the bottom. And so I have not used it since it's been about 2 years since I used it. So, you know, do what works for you. I was wondering if you use diatomaceous earth. Yeah, I will use diatomaceous earth. As a matter of fact, when I move to the next place, you will see that some of my potatoes already have the diatomaceous earth on it, because now this morning I came out here and walking past this here tree, and this tree is humming. This tree right here. Let me be quiet so y'all can hear it. This tree is humming because it got hundreds of bees in the in that tree. So y'all, we over here where my next patch of potatoes are, but they ain't got nothing going on in them because I planted them last. But I'll show them to you all. I got a whole lot more in plants. I just did those just the other day. So those don't have anything happening in them right now. But I also told y'all that I was gonna put some in the ground. Child, I just throwed this together. So let me show you the part what I just throwed together. But it's doing a little something. See? Let me get out the light. It's doing a little something. See, it got some babies growing there. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to grow them in all different places. Aisha, you say where I been hiding myself again like I normally do whenever something happening here, and then I finally decide to bust myself out of the, because I'm telling myself, Shauna, you said what you were gonna do, and you switching it up again because something's happening. So that's where I've been at, Aisha. But I'm back. Thank you, Benj. Thank you very much. Um, Peter Rabbit did. I love it. Yeah. Oh, let me show you. She looking a little bit ugly right now, but this is my star fruit tree. She looking a little pitiful right now, but she'll be doing better. All right. Y'all hear the neighbors already. So now I'm gonna show you all what it do where we first started it. And I'm gonna show y'all some of the stuff where I told you, where you can see the worms been, moths, um, different kind of things try to lay stuff into your plants, and they babies will feed off of your stuff. Um, don't do that. Yes, I see the child in you. Absolutely. I'm trying to bring out. So, all right, you all, these is our potatoes that we planted in the pot. What it was 3 weeks ago, I believe it is. And they are doing amazing. Now, this one right here was like the same size as this one. But look, you can see something clearly been in here eating on my plant. I don't know. I really don't want to see whatever it is that been eating on it. Cause I don't play around like that with no bugs and stuff. But I just came out here and throwed some dust on them. That what you see is diatomaceous earth, because I don't want the bugs in my plants. But this is what we have so far. Some of them real little, and some of them they getting on up there. But you see, they got some little bitty places and things in there, and you know. But that's what our potatoes looking like from out here. That's what we looking like. So we trying to get it growing. I love star fruit and just found a seed. This is confirmation to try and grow. I know that's right, spiritual. Just to show us you found the seed. My kids the other day was looking at was eating the apple, and they was like, I want to grow another apple tree. I was like, okay, then you know what to do. You eat an apple, take your apple seeds, get a napkin, wet the napkin, put the seeds on a napkin and put it inside of a sandwich bag and sit it in the refrigerator. You will see when the apple seed starts to grow because your bag will start to puff up because it'll grow leaves and everything on it right there in the refrigerator. Go ahead and plant it and make you a plant. You already done paid for the tree and it ain't gonna wait by buying the fruit. Hey, Miss Coffee, how you doing? Good to see you. Um, but that's what I do is I experiment with a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, how you doing this morning? How y'all? Good to see you. Um, I experiment with a whole bunch of stuff from out of the grocery store. I already done paid for it, so why not try and see if I can make it grow too? So if you don't want to go and spend no money on those seeds and stuff, you just want to try something because you're trying to go to the fresh food section of the grocery store, buy you some fresh stuff. I can even show you. I bought a peach from this grocery store. The peach was absolutely delicious. I gotta try and grow this. I got two peach trees growing from peach seeds from the grocery store. You ain't gotta go out and be fancy and try to do that stuff right there. See what you can grow with the stuff you already get from the grocery store and try and grow your own stuff. I done did a pear tree before. I did a cherry tree before. Somebody knocked it over. I ain't gonna even talk about it. But anyways, I have several pomegranate trees. They not the biggest things ever, but they doing what they do. I be doing that too, but people don't care about you. Don't dim your light. Hope all of y'all on here are well, healthy, and strong. Keep pushing, y'all, and I hope the IRS treats y'all right this year. I hear that. Y'all go ahead and get them taxes. Yeah. Eat an apple, put the seeds in a paper bag, put the bag in the refrigerator. Yeah, that I think that's another way of doing it, binge thinker. All I can say is I just use a regular. I put them on that paper towel, wet the paper towel a little bit, fold it over the top of the seeds, and stick it inside of a sandwich bag. Um, and it's clear, and I just sit it in the refrigerator. And before you know it, you'll have apple seeds growing. To show you this. This is my lemon tree. Look at all the blooms on my lemon tree. So I don't know what all we gonna have growing on this thing for this year, but our lemon tree is on and popping. Yep. And now I'm gonna show you this too. Look at this mango tree and all these blooms on this little bitty thing. You see how little this mango tree is? Look at all these blooms on there. I don't even know how this tree gonna be able to stand up because look how little it is. But it's got that many blooms on it already. Ain't that amazing? um, I am trying to grow eucalyptus. Ooh, that's a good one. See, I ain't got into the what they call that that's like medicine municipal whatever. I ain't gonna even try to say that word because I'm gonna jack it up every time. But when you grow plants that have medicine, a medicine value to it. I haven't gotten into that right there, and like my mind be overthinking things. So, you know, I don't know. Good morning, Silky Black. Thank you for joining us. Do you have a grape tree? I'm a plant one. I do have a grapevine, and as I'm talking about this stuff, let me go over here and show it to you. I'll show you my grapevine, and we do it so simple that we don't got no fancy, we don't got um no line growing up the side of the no nothing. I'm gonna show you my grapevine. You see this right here on this fence? That's my grapevine, and look at it. It grow all up and down the fence. So when my kids come out here in the morning time and they get ready to go to school, they can walk out here and just go on the grapevine and grab them a bunch of grapes and bring them back in the house and rinse them off, and voila, they got grapes. But right now, you can see that it's dormant right now at this time. But yes, that's my grapevine. While we over here, medicinal. Let me tell you something spiritual. I'm gonna just leave it alone. You know what I'm talking about. You spelled it out for me. Thank you very kind. Okay, and this right here, this my guava. This a guava tree. It is a cat guava, which is it's almost like a little red cherry, kind of like. And this too. This is another guava. They call them cat guavas, but they grow like little red. I almost want to say they kind of look like a pomegranate, but like a little tiny version of a pomegranate. But they are so good. Them the ones that I love. We found my husband was working somewhere one day and he found a bunch of them and he bought some home. And once I tasted them and my kids tasted them, we was like, we got to keep the seeds so we can plant them. And there you go. We got two cat guavas growing. Um, and this right here is a regular guava tree. So I mean, we have a whole bunch of different stuff growing. But let me show you the apple trees that just the other day my kids was like, I want to grow an apple tree. So you see that? My kids put these in the refrigerator, and yesterday they had these stems on it already. If I can figure out which way I'm supposed to move it, look at the stems on it already, growing into an apple tree. So you can definitely grow your vegetables and stuff that you have inside of your house. Now let me show y'all some of our squash and zucchini that we planted together online. This is what they looking like so far. I think I would have done put them in the garden already if my tiller would have did what it's supposed to do and I would have been in there. Um, got it done on last Sunday like I wanted it to be. But our timing ain't always God's timing. So I'ma just not even complain about it and keep it going. I'm gonna drive from Louisiana and walk right there, the fence, and eat them grapes. Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why my husband say put it on the fence too. So, because on the outside, like if people wanted to get them from the outside, he don't mind that or whatever. But me, I'll be giving the side eye. Who told you to touch my? Never mind. Shut the. You are giving me um practical instructions for experimenting with gardening. I be buying whole packs of seeds to not bother to plant at all. Yeah, bench thinker, you don't gotta go and buy no seeds or no none of that. Just go over to the listen, even if you wanted to plant some okra, you don't want to buy no seeds, but you eat okra, go to the grocery store and buy the okra from in the fresh food section. If you want to try it, sit one of the okra to the side, let it dry out, take the seeds from out of it, and go plant them. You don't need to go and buy no seeds for it, And after a while, they trying to do little funny stuff to the food and everything to stop you from being able to do these practices that I'm talking about. So, and I heard that they trying to start it with the potatoes. They trying to spray stuff on the outside of the potatoes so that they won't sprout or whatever. So God knows what is that they spraying on them to stop us from being able to grow them. But they do. Um, Wait, do you have any animals like goats? Asking due to I know you have chickens. I have chickens and pigs and dogs. That's all I have right now. I talked to y'all in another time that I was saying that I want a goat so he can eat some of this grass and stuff that grow around here. I actually do. I do want to go, but that's what I have so far. Let's see, Rich is a thing once you start about it. I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna plant that great tree right in this apartment. Oh, plant it in there. It's still Aisha, it won't stop it from growing. Just make sure it gets sun, the water, and make sure you feed it. And you can come on YouTube and you can type in anything about how what your plant looking like. It'll pull you up a video with the quickness on how to figure it out. That's what I do. When one of my plants doing something and I don't know what it's doing, but it ain't looking right to me, I come right on YouTube and type it in of what my plant looking like, and I figure it out from there. And most of the time, guess what it be needing? Some chicken poop. While I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, ginger, onions, I need to try for real. Bench thinker, if you really love onions, let me just tell you something real simple that I learned. The onions, when you buy a regular bulb onion or a green onion, leave the little hairy part on the bottom of it. And the same way I said that you can sit it in the refrigerator inside of a Ziploc bag, just sit it in the Ziploc bag and keep a watch on it. And when it get those white, what a little hairy part of the onion is. When that part starts to grow little roots out of it that are white, take it from out of the refrigerator and go plant it in your garden. Don't you know that one onion bulb will then create maybe 3 to 4 other onions because it's split up into sections, and then it'll grow different onions from just that one bulb of onions. So we don't have to keep going to the grocery store buying no onions. If you plant the ones that you already have, cut that hairy part off of a little bit of it to for it to feed off of itself while it's in that refrigerator. And after a while, um you'll have roots on it so that you can be able to plant it in that way. Now that's about onions. I don't know about the ginger and all of that kind of stuff, but because I haven't got that far down the line. But I'm telling you, El Cheapo Deep over here. I used to then mind running to the store spending some money on some stuff, and my husband was saying, "Well, you keep running to the store buying this stuff when you can use X, Y, and Z or whatever." So I'm learning how to work with what I already have and not to spend so much money. But y'all, I showed y'all the apple tree, the 2 apple trees that my daughter just started on Friday morning. But look at this. This is one of the apple trees that we done had now for um let me back up so you can kind of see how tall it is. Look from there on up. And I'll say it's about 4 feet tall. But this come from the grocery store. We didn't buy no apple tree. So that's another one. So I'm telling you, from experience, I've grown apple trees from what I got from the store. Now the peach tree is dormant at this time of the year, but I'm gonna show it to you anyways. This is a peach tree. And if you look real close, you can see that after a while it's gonna start to put out the little nodes and the leaves and stuff on it. But this is my peach tree right here. Um, this is one of my random broccoli plants that nobody tried to plant it, but it grew. But since we at this stage already, I told my kids to let it continue to grow because you know what this gonna do? All of these little yellow things. Am I showing it to you? Yeah, all of those little yellow things. Guess what that's gonna be? Broccoli seeds. So yes, the chicken poop, Miss Miss Coffee. Uh, I bought chicken poop at Rural King. Yeah, fortunately, not unfortunately, spiritual. I don't have to pay for chicken poop. I just go right on in my chicken pen and scoop out what I need for the day and keep it moving. I'm glad you appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here, Benj. Thank you. I want to start an apartment growing. Absolutely, you can do that, Miss Coffee. Just make sure you got it in a. Listen, you don't even have to have a lit room. If you want to get you a grow light does the same thing as the sun. You can definitely do inside growing. You don't like the outdoors. You don't want to be outside. Get you a little corner somewhere inside your house and put you a grow light over there. Probably get you a big cardboard box or something like that. Sit your plants down inside of it and hang the light over the top of it. I mean, there's endless things. And if you want to, we can sit on here and talk about will this work or will that work? You know, I just be thinking sometimes I come on here and be babbling on, so I try not to come on until I'm here. But when people have questions or whatever, or you want me to do a video about something, I don't mind doing those things because I'm happy if somebody growing because I cannot tell you how much better the stuff that you grow compared to the stuff you get out of the grocery store. I'm telling you, even the eggs. I wish that I can send each one of y'all an egg from out of my chicken pen. So you fry that egg by itself or boil it, and you boil one of your eggs from out of the grocery store. I guarantee you, you would never expect for the two to taste so different from each other. But I'm here to tell you, there's a big difference in it. Aisha, where you gonna get the chicken poop from? Go to your nearest tractor supply or whatever like that and ask them, y'all got some chicken poop up in here? They have it everywhere. No, but I'm telling you, that's what I use. I don't use fertilizers and stuff from the store. I only use chicken poop. Now, let me show y'all this. If you can see it. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Do it one. See, all you can see is the stick on it. You can't even see the top of it. But guess what this is right here that I'm holding on to? It's an apple tree. And it's taller than me. I'm trying to get it focused in. This thing probably um whew, I don't know, about 8 feet tall. About 8 feet tall. Another apple tree that I grow from the grocery store. Now, peach tree. Let me show you this. This is my peach tree, the first peach tree that I grew from the grocery store. You see that? That's my peach tree. And it has been trimmed, I don't know how many times. Even some people ask me now, why did you plant that so close to the house like that? I didn't even expect that it was going to do what it did. I didn't expect that, but that's what it did. And now look at this. I'll show you my mango tree. I don't know if you can see all of the blooms that's on this, but just look in this one part. You looking for me? You see this right here? All of those blooms that's on there. This tree probably has somewhere upwards of maybe 1,000 or more mangoes on it by the end of this season. But yeah, um, look on your tractor supply stores and shop where the farmers shop for some chicken poop. Yes, you can definitely get it from this. What's the poop for again? Chicken poop But you asking spiritual. Well, chicken poop, it is a great provider of nitrogen, along with a whole bunch of other things to it. But mostly everything that I grow out here is all nitrogen hungry. So it couldn't have worked out any better for me to have chickens, because everything that I grow out here, it wants the chicken poop. It feeds it very, very well. Like when your plants start yellowing or whatever, I can just go and scrape up a little area right around the plants or whatever, sprinkle a little chicken poop there, and water it. And the next day, we no longer have a yellowing plant. We have a full green plant that looks very happy and exciting. um, Baby, you're welcome. I think it less than $8. Yeah, see, I've never bought chicken poop from the store before, so I wouldn't even know. But thank you. Thankfully, Spiritual has had that experience of going to get some, and you don't have to use a whole lot of it. They have other stuff that you can use for that you can use to give your plants nitrogen and stuff, but those things are stuff that they put together with God knows what. Like they have blood meal. When you think about it, blood meal is exactly what they say it is. It's like blood that comes from them slaughtering like animals and stuff like that, and they just keep the blood and dry it out. It smells really, really horrible. Um I've tried that in the past before, but here in Florida, they're asking people to not try and use that stuff because they get into the waterways. When they go into the waterways and all of that stuff, it helped the weeds and stuff grow in the bottom of the waterways and stuff, which cause the when you get a whole bunch of fish that die out in the water and stuff like that. So they don't want you to use it here or whatever. So I'm like, what do I need to keep buying it for? Anyways, I got chickens, so I don't really need it like that. Thank you, TMB Monkey Man. You know I'm not. I am definitely not her, but I be trying. I be trying. Your lives are refreshing. Thank you, Miss Coffee. Thank you so much. FedEx me some chicken poop. Joking, y'all. Honey, child, don't let me get the stove going on over here now, Miss Tim. But I'm saying, listen, it would be something different to do to even get into that. But golly, when I go and look at the prices to send stuff to somebody, just like I told you, I went and sent that the sugar cane. I sent sugar cane to somebody. I sent 4 little pieces of sugar cane, and it costs almost $15 just to send 4 little pieces of sugar cane. And they weren't even big. I can't even tell you that those things weighed uh a pound. It wasn't even a pound. So it was really crazy. But I came inside of here to show you all too while I was talking about the um the sugar cane, because I had, after I cut it down, I have to find something to do with the pieces that I still have left over. So I planted the other pieces, and I had like 16 notches left over after I cut the one piece um and sent it to the person who asked for it on here, and we already talked about it. It's Growing with Hudson. You all can Growing with Hudson. She grows a whole lot of stuff. I try to stick to the things more so me and my family eat and stuff like that. But Growing with Hudson, she grows, and she's definitely into the medicine things. So check her out from time to time to want to see those. But let me show you all. I planted those 16 notches, and look at here already. Let me get the right movement. You see that? It has the sugar cane growing. One, when I first started this sugar cane, one of these little tiny plants, just this right here, is one notch of sugar cane. I paid $13 for just one stem when I first bought it. I say, golly, I say, feet don't fail me now. My husband was like, give me that plant and let me baby her. Because paying $13 for that little piece of sugar cane, he was like, no, we can't let nothing happen to her. So, okay, that's one of them. And in this pot, there is three because I had it outside and a squirrel came and dug it up and they took one of the sugar canes out here as if I didn't leave no other little pieces out here that they could have got or whatever. They had to dig into my ones that I had planted and get one of them. I'm falling behind in the chat. So let me look on I'm going to be like you in a few where I don't have to hunt it down. I know that's right. Go ahead and get there then. Send it to me. I dare. Pies, Chris strudels. I love apples. Listen, Miss Coffee, some of those videos that you be making with those instructions on them too. Sometimes I be looking like, this is not all the instructions. Miss Coffee, you got to give all the full direction. You can't leave nothing open to question because, honey, I be wanting to make some of that stuff that you be showing on your videos for sure, for sure. But yes, and with the apples, I'm gonna tell you this right here. You don't know what you're gonna get because they say that you can get this thing like what they call crab apples or whatever. Doesn't stop you from being able to eat them. They just little tiny apples. They don't grow really big. But honey, you when you need to make an apple pie or apple strudel or something like that, you don't need no big old apples as long as they got apple on it, and they gonna make something. So and the kids be thinking when you got kids, they think that little stuff be cute like that. Oh, look at that little bitty tiny apple. Where you used rich soil or regular dirt. Well, I don't. Is you asking me, Isha? Aisha, no. As a matter of fact, I think I've bought maybe probably somewhere about $400 worth of soil since I've been here. But where I was before, I never bought soil. I never bought soil there. I always just tilled up my garden. Everything was in the ground back then. I never started stuff in pots and none of that stuff. But since I've been here and I've been doing like the garden beds up, up above ground, I probably done spent about $400 on soil. But I haven't in a very long time. And how I keep amending that soil is I just keep adding leaves, wood chips, and all that stuff. That stuff will break down and turn into more soil and all of that. So, I don't be trying to do a whole bunch of spending like that. I used to go and get trailer fulls of soil. Should I buy a certain soil? I want my grapes juicy. I know a good one that I used to use, the Kellogg's, and it's like well, back when I was buying it, then it was like $8, $8 and something a bag, which now I think it equates to it's probably about $10 or $11 a bag. But it is really good soil. It's good for potting. It's good for garden beds and stuff like that. So it was Kellogg's. So yeah, I remember Dr. Savvy. Yeah, I remember Dr. Savvy. She likes him in a certain way, helping others, but some don't like that. Yeah, I remember. I do remember him. If you open the store, let me know. I will. I'll let you know. I just be trying to be mindful of, telling people like it's when you're doing stuff through the mail, everybody want to get a part of it. And so me, myself, I'm kind of learning to be considerate of myself because me, I be done gave everything away versus selling it to everybody or whatever, and then it'll be costing me before you know it, and then my husband will be going, I'll pay the shipping cost, right bill. Some of us subscribers wouldn't mind the shipping costs as a way to support you. Thank you very much, Binge Thinker. But I'm just, when I go and look at those prices and everything like that, I'm like, golly, it's like it costs so much, but that's just who I am or whatever. But yeah, I don't mind doing it, as I just like to let people know. It's like, oh, these shipping costs and stuff is not the cheapest of things, So, you know, I got it. But like I said, somebody asked me, can they get X, Y, and Z from me? Absolutely, you can. I just want you all to be mindful of that when you shipping this stuff according to where you are in this world. They be trying to get their coins. Yes, they do. Rightfully so. I try to do fast videos. Yeah, Miss Coffee. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, the next time you do one of your fast videos, I'm gonna hit you up in the DMs and be like, can I get the rest of that recipe, please? People don't concentrate after 2 minutes. I totally get that too. It makes sense. Crab apples are everything. Well, they were when I was a kid. Yeah, see, well, I think kids think that's so fun. But my grandma made fried apple pies with them. All righty then. Yes, I have yet to get an apple from off of them. But you see my trees standing. Yes, they is. I haven't got on pomegranate yet, but I have like four pomegranate trees. I just haven't seen the fruit from it yet, and I done had them now. I think 3 years. So I'm in a place of expectancy that eventually I'm going to see something growing from all of them. Yes, I will pay for it. Send me some. I got the $15. Aisha, what you asking for? What is it that you want? You're actually growing a business, literally. I'm sure trying. I'm sure trying. But again, I am I have so many things going on right now at this moment. The one thing that I'm focused on is trying to get my garden tilled up and moving along um with creating a space so that I can be able to get my stuff into the ground and everything. And again, I'm not against selling things to you all or whatever. I just always want to be mindful that this stuff is like, it drives me nuts to see like the prices or whatever. And I ain't never into ripping nobody off or no none of that stuff. So I always just want to be fair. And that's the way I be thinking about. I think of like when I walk into the store, I'll be like, that's too high. So, not that I won't do it. It's just I like people to be mindful that when you shipping things over, um, it's a lot. But let me show you all my other sugar canes. This is another one. All four of these took. They grew. So hopefully, growing with Hudson's on is looking somewhere like this right here. This is 4 sugarcane plants growing inside this one pot. And I absolutely love the way this sugarcane looks when it grows. And then I have one other. So I planted all of those and have these right here already going and growing. So, and again, remember I said for just one of these little notches cost me $13. So, you know, just keep in mind this stuff is getting very outrageous in prices. Um, since I was a kid, I wanted some sugar cane, but we couldn't afford it, so I want to buy from you. Okay, then just let me know. Isha, on Instagram. You can hit me up on Instagram, and I always get back to people on Instagram. Looking back, that's crazy how we couldn't afford a piece of shit. Yeah, that is crazy because then all you think about it, in the words that I think about it is like if somebody came by, except for I love the top that my sugar cane grows on it, which is the weirdest thing. which that's the part where I get selfish at when it comes time to, because of course to get to the sugar cane that you gonna sell, you have to cut off the top. And the top, I love the top. I love that little, the little hairy part of it. Look how it looks. I love that part of it. I love the way it looks and everything. So in order for you to get to, you see this little notch, these little notches, this is what grow the sugar cane out of it. You see that little knob right there? That's where the little sprout comes out of it yet. So this is all that I need to send to you is this much right here. But I have to cut off my hairy top in it in order for me to be able to send it to you. So that's my part right there. What I get down to it, I'm like, dang, I don't want to cut my top off of it. And even after I cut the last piece to send growing with Hudson hers on, I took the I took the leaf and stuck it in the ground. My husband was like, "Girl, you so crazy. Throw that thing away. Throw that thing away. It ain't gonna do nothing." But that's like I like the look of the plant more than we do any of the sugar cane. But me getting the sugar cane was me thinking along the lines of what happens when sugar ain't sugar anymore, when you can't get sugar from the store. I want to have it around, so you don't need sugar from the store if you got sugar cane. You can squeeze it and use the juices out of it to sweeten whatever it is that you have going on. That's the kind of thought process that I be having. So, you know, but that is crazy. Literally, if people came by and I had a piece that was cut off, I probably would be handing it out or whatever. Another thing that I be finding out is off of my mango trees. I get a lot of Spanish people that come by and they see my mango tree, and there's even the bus driver like, is that a mango tree in your yard? Can you ask your mom, can I have some of the leaves off of it? They make this tea out of the leaves, which is again some sort of medicine. I need to figure it out because every all the Spanish people say is that they want those leaves off of there so that they can make a tea with it and drink it because it helps with high blood pressure and I think sugar. I don't know, but they said two of them told me, but both that I talked to, they both don't speak English, but they was one was typing in her phone and she was translating it back to me what to do with them. You know, get the leaves and wash them and boil them down, and then you drink a cup of it. I think every night or whatever. But I said, shoot, I got all of this stuff right here on my property. I need to take advantage of what it is that I'm supposed to do with these things. So um, I'm gonna eventually start trying that tea um, that they've been talking about. Um, hey sister, how you doing? I planted my bell pepper seeds. Go, good, look at you. All right, sister. How long does it take them to start growing? It's been a week and I don't see anything. It's gonna take you a minute for your bell peppers to grow up. Just keep them watered, and keep them in a sunny spot. Um, because sometimes a bell pepper can plant, you can have it planted for a month and you won't see nothing and you start to get angry about it. But just when you start to get angry and you think you want to get rid of them, don't do it. Just be patient and let them stay there. I asked for sugar cane and a scooter. That's it for 9 years straight. Wild part, my kids get everything from me. Well, that's what happens when you miss out on a whole lot of stuff. When you overcompensate when it comes down to your kids, and then you ultimately have to bring it back in balance, and you'll figure it out when it's time to figure out. We need the information for ordering that sugar cane, please and thank you. Like I said, hit me up. hit me up on Instagram in the DMs, and I will get back to you. And I already said I need to go and create a PO box because like a fool, and I know a lot of people gonna say that, and I just do. Me myself is like I don't be looking at this internet world as a different world from the world that I live in, and I'm slowly but surely learning it. Um, I just have in my mind that I don't bother people and I don't expect people to bother me, but I can see in real life that even though I don't be bothering nobody, people will bother with you. So I need to go and set me up a PO box so that I can stop giving out my address or whatever. But that doesn't stop you from being able to ask me for stuff. I will get it together, and maybe people asking me to send them stuff will be that one thing that pushed me to the right place to go ahead and get done what I'm supposed to get done. But it's good for blood pressure. Well, see, V in here says she said it's good those, and she's speaking of the mango leaves. She says it's good for blood pressure and diabetes. So there you have it. I got an abundance of mango leaves. I think right about now we probably have about 8 or 9 mango trees in our yard. I've lost count on them, and we stay as they produce every season. We encourage, especially like if we have the grandkids here or whatever. When you finish eating your mango, go stick it in, dig a hole and plant it in the ground, and then they be popping up everywhere. So some of them make it, some of them don't. But I mean, what's the problem with having a whole bunch of mangoes growing in your yard? Keep you a diary of what you know or come across when it comes to natural remedies. Absolutely, I do. I need to keep up with that right there. I don't know a lot, but it's a lot of people who come by here and inquire about things that's growing in my yard, and they help me learn things as I grow along. And us sharing with each other what we've learned is one of the best things that we can do. So, yes, of course, as I learn it, I don't mind sharing it with everybody else. Peppers can, yes, they can be stubborn. They sure can be stubborn, and that's why once I get them, honey, I try to keep them forever and a day. As long as that plant growing and I can take care of it and keep it growing. One time I had a pepper plant and I kept it. I kept that pepper plant for 3 years. It kept producing, producing, producing. I said, as long as it worked like that right there, I ain't gonna never get rid of this plant. Um, Oh, you don't use Instagram. Well, let me tell you, Bench Thinker, you can also hit me up on my email, and my email is the same thing as my channel's name, lifewithshoshana@gmail.com. Hit me up in there. I'll get back to you. Use the soft young leaves, also soursop leaves. I have a soursop tree too. Look at that. You come through and teach me something new. Yeah, I have a soursop tree. I have a soursop tree too. I didn't know that. I don't. You know what? I don't even know nothing about a soursop tree. I have it back there. Somebody bought it for me as a gift. Doesn't stop me from taking care of it. It's supposed to produce food or whatever. I don't even know what you use soursops for. I didn't even look it up or whatever. But the plant is so pretty. The tree is pretty, very pretty, has nice leaves and everything on it. It looks very good. But I have no idea what you do with it, what it's for. No, none of that. But I'm taking care of the tree. So yeah, I have soursop. Oh, I love soursop for insomnia. Now see that binge thinker, you teaching me something, because what I've done came on here and talked about it several nights that I was losing sleep because I had this certain energy that was here on my property that was not supposed to be here. And I've had many of sleepless nights. And unbeknownst to me, I got a remedy sitting right here in my own yard and don't even know it. So, um, yeah, that's something to think about. I remember my grandmother using those. Okay, then. Wow. Okay, then. So now that's making me want to go and look up some more information about the soursop. But remember, soursop wasn't something that I chose to have. Somebody went and bought it for me as a gift because they see I like growing stuff or whatever. So they went out and they went out and bought me four different trees. And only thing that they said they want from it is when they buy their property, they want me to do an air layer off of it so that they can take a piece of it and then put it on to their place. Because if I'm already growing it here, if you do an air layer, you can do an air layer and you can cut it off, and that next season it should be fruiting by that next season. So that's the way like he look at it. Let me give it to you while I'm living in an apartment. You get it going. And that's another thing too. If you got family members that have property or whatever and you go over there and you visit quite often, ask them, can you use a little bit of their space to create your own little thing? They don't have to do anything to it or whatever. Just tell them you will stop by and handle it. If you can stop by 2 or 3 times out the week and take care of what's in your garden, that is very, very sufficient to be able to do that. Just another idea of giving people another way. And then the person whose property it is, they also, I'm pretty sure you'll give them some of the fruits of your labor, you know. So just some other ideas of you know, how you can create your garden, even if you are living in an apartment. Soursop ice cream is the best. I'm an islander. I have never heard of that before, but V, I thank you so much for coming through. Now, y'all done piqued my curiosity. I got to go and do some research on it and look it up and find out what's up with the soursop tree. But the person who bought me the soursop tree is where they come, if I'm not mistaken, I think he said from Barbados. I could be wrong, but I have to ask him again. But I do believe um he came from Barbados, the one who bought me the four the four fruit trees. So, and actually he didn't only buy me four, he bought four at one time, but he bought me three banana trees. Um Not the one that's creating the bananas for us right now. The one that creating the bananas for us, honey. We was riding down the road and we seen a banana tree growing in a ditch. And I asked my husband, I said, "Can we get it?" And he said, "Yeah, we can get it. It's like it's on county property or whatever. It's over in a ditch, so we can go and get it." We went and dug that banana tree up 2 years ago and planted it here in our yard, and here we are. We have bananas growing on it and plenty of them. So, you know, ain't nothing better than getting a free tree and that tree blessing you. So, and the bananas are very, very good. They don't grow that big or whatever, but they grow plenty of them. I mean, on one bunch, there's maybe like 100 bananas on just one limb that we clip down off of it. So, but if you have a bitter bush or tree, I most definitely would love a cutting. Um, when you say a bitter bush, what is a bitter bush? Because we got these little. I don't know if you're talking about we got these little oranges that's uh they grow only like this big, but they're not sweet. They taste more like a lemon, but they are something that I love to give to my kids. They can get them, and you can actually eat the peeling and everything on them. Um, I'm trying to think of what they call them, but yeah, we got some little oranges or whatever, and I'll be telling my kids when you don't feel good or whatever, go and get you some and peel you some of them, and then mix it around with a little bit of sugar on in it, and be like you eating you a little cup of lemonade or something like that. Especially have the vitamins and all of that good stuff in it, natural vitamins or whatever. So, you know, um, but a bitter bush, I don't really know what that is. I need to follow you more. I just started a garden and need some pointers. Well, V over here, even if I'm having a live about I'm going nuts over here and something ain't going right at my house, because again, I tell you, I be all over the place talking about all different things. And yes, I'm one of those people over here that if you come in my comments and you ask a question while I'm live, I'll switch the direction of the live to talk about whatever it is, because I'm just here like for the conversation or whatever, and I like to share the knowledge that I have on different things. And if I don't know something, I don't mind telling you I don't know. So and usually it's always somebody that's in the comments or whatever that has had the experience or whatever, and they don't mind sharing it with us. And also one of my moderators is a gardener too, that grows things, but I have ways of finding out certain information. And if I don't know how to find it out, we can all search through YouTube and we can find it out together and come back and share it together. So me, I don't mind answering the questions and helping out where it is that I can help out. Can you make a list on your community wall for the produce we can buy? Um you mean buy from the store that you can turn into your own things, or like a list of things that I have here? Um, I'm looking to do more peppers and tomatoes. Yes, I just got all I think right now I have a little more than 50 tomato plants right now that's already growing. Let me just show you just a little shot of them. These are my tomatoes that I've already, some of them anyways. This is some of my tomato plants that I have going. These some that I just started these out this week. But let me go inside and show you more of them. I have let me see. I don't know if you can see those, but those are some more of my tomatoes that I have going right there. So, I'm trying to keep up with getting some things, and I like to pre-start these before the I get them down into the ground, and then I'll get these put into the ground and let them start growing. But then I'll also do rows next to the ones that I already have growing. I will plant actual seeds into the ground so that it help keep my season going a lot. Because once my tomatoes and stuff start coming out and everything, it's like that's all my kids know is tomatoes and okra. They will eat them every single day. We usually don't get tomatoes that turn red because they eat them all. As soon as they see the first blemish of red trying to come onto the plant, they want to pull the tomato. They never let them turn red. They don't never let them. I have to go out there and literally put a mark on the tomato, which lets them know, do not touch my tomato because I want a red tomato that I can eat, because I love to eat tomatoes just right off the tree, sometimes with a little bit of salt and pepper, and sometimes I even add vinegar to the mix. It's just according to what it is that what I'm feeling like for that day. But I absolutely love those. I planted some peppers. My peppers been planted now for about 2 months, and I ain't seen no sign of them yet. But I ain't worried about them. If I have to go to the store and buy me a couple of them from like Home Depot or something to go and put in the ground, that's already coming up, I will do that. And I'm gonna tell you, your peppers will come up when you least expect them to. So again, I wouldn't say just because you don't see them, don't don't think they ain't gonna show up. I'll tell you, they show up whenever they get ready to. I'm getting excited about starting a planter garden. I know that's right. Yeah, go on, get excited. And once you see the stuff start growing up, honey, it is only gonna boost your head even bigger. You're gonna be doing more and more, and before you know it, you're gonna be like, now what I'm supposed to be doing now with all of this stuff? Um, he is bitter cucumbers. I love not the cucumber my boss from Belize used to talk about it, and I use it just like Shauna described, but I'm not sure if it's an actual fruit. Yeah, see the ones I know about, they like little onions. I got little oranges. I have a picture
that I took of one of them. You know, I could walk back there with the tree, but right now I don't feel like walking back there to the back again. Um, but yeah, we got these little bitter. Ain't nothing sweet about them, but they like these little bitter oranges. Of what we have. So you know, I don't know, but the leaves are the beneficial part. Oh, okay then. See, I didn't know. I didn't know that either. Both the fruit and leaves are beneficial. Okay, see there, look at there. See, I didn't know. I figured that the little oranges are definitely gonna have. They're gonna be packed full of vitamin C or whatever. But other than that, I didn't know. Me and my daughter was actually out here eating some the other day, and we were popping the seeds out of them. And everything that grow a seed, honey, when we see seeds, we be like seeds, just like that, excited seeds. We got seeds. You get them seeds, put them right on back into something, and try to grow them. So, my husband said he'll take down every tree out here that does not produce food to put something there that does produce food. So, you know, I'm excited about growing stuff. I started ginger in the house now. Now, V, now you can teach me something about that because I don't know nothing about growing ginger. Can you grow the ginger from out of the store? If you buy it from the grocery store, can you start back growing that, or do you have to plant seeds? Hey, Monet, how you doing this day? My grandmother used the fruit and stewed it up with saltfish and served with rice as a kid. Ah, listen, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all this one last story. Then I'm gonna get off of here. But I got some very very very. This is like my system. um, but they're from I want to get it right, from the Bahamas. Tara girl, where y'all from? To the Bahamas or Jamaica? Well, they from one of them. I always get the two mixed up. No disrespect to anybody or whatever. But one day that they were cooking callaloo, and I was like, oh, that kind of smells like collard greens or whatever. Um, and she said, yeah, it's very close in it. You know, they're very close together, right? So I was like, okay, then. She was like, would you try that? But she asking me would I try it because she already know that I'm not good at trying new stuff, and I have a very, very bad, horrible gag reflux. So I was like, yeah, I would try that. I said, because it smells, you know, I didn't ask what was in it, no anything. I'm thinking callaloo. It's green. It looks like collard greens, you know. And it kind of looked like maybe they had put some of the same things we would do with collard greens, like maybe had pork in it or something like that, something to season it, maybe turkey. But she was like, would you like to try it? And I was like, yeah, I'll try it. She gave me the callaloo and I ate it. And I was like, oh, it do kind of taste like collard greens. You know, it's smooth sailing. But honey, she didn't tell me it had saltfish in it. And my mind has a great imagination. So all I can think about is like the last time I saw saltfish, it was like hanging from something at a market. Cause like I watched like things that have, you know, how they move over in, you know, different countries or whatever. But the last time I seen saltfish, it was hanging from a string and it had flies on it or whatever. So I'm like, wait a minute, did I get a taste of fish? And my old girl say, yes, saltfish. And right as soon as she said the word saltfish, it was like something just happened in my throat. And I was like, oh God, this is not gonna be good. So I was like, calm down. I'm talking to myself, calm down, calm down, calm down. It's not that serious, not that serious. But it's like the more and more like I can think that saltfish and I taste the flavor, it was like I can feel it getting back. So I just automatically get up and start walking towards the bathroom. I'm walking and talking to myself, trying to keep myself calm. I get right to the bathroom door, and you talking about projectile. Honey, I was so embarrassed. I jacked up her whole bathroom, and I mean, I'm talking about the shower curtain, everything. I destroyed the bathroom. But the thing is I was so embarrassed because I never want anybody to feel any kind of way about the food that they cook or know none of that stuff, which is hence why she know I don't like to try different foods in front of different people because I never want to be disrespectful in that way. So I stayed in the bathroom probably a little upwards of maybe like an hour and a half. And when I came back around the corner, it's like everybody looked at me and they was like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm okay, and I'm so sorry about that." And everybody in there just bust out laughing. It was, they was like, they thought it was funny, but I didn't. I was so embarrassed because I never want anybody to feel that way. But it ain't got nothing to do with them, honey. It has everything to do with me. Like even I won't even try some stuff that I cook. Like say if my family want chitlins or something. Honey, I will clean chitlins all day because I like to peel stuff. So, and I know a lot of people be like, "Girl, you is weird." Nobody volunteering to clean no chitlins. Honey, I do not mind. If I ain't got nothing to do, I will sit down and clean 2 or 3 buckets of chitlins and have me a whole exciting time while doing it. But eat them? Oh, hell no. I ain't finna eat no chitlins. My mind works if something don't smell right. I don't like the way it smells, honey. I'm gonna tell you in a heartbeat. I don't eat no. I don't eat it. I ain't never tried it a day in my life before. I ain't never tasted it, no nothing. So I have to depend on them to be the taste tester or whatever. But I don't try nothing like that. So that's my story with trying Callaloo. Yes, I jacked that bathroom up. So it's like I think if it wouldn't have had the saltfish in it, and I wouldn't have got that fish taste to it, I think I would have made it. I would have made it. I wouldn't have caused no damage like that. Good, good. All is well, Miss Monet. You can grow it out of the store. Bought one. Okay, then the next time I go to the grocery store, because I said either I'm gonna go to the grocery store today or either tomorrow. I'm probably just gonna wait till tomorrow. But I'm gonna pick up a piece of ginger from there and see what I can do with that. Even though I don't I've never used it on anything before, but I heard that it's a good thing to have. It's the one thing that I hear, and especially it's good for like when you're not feeling well and stuff like that. So I definitely have an interest in ginger. So Miss V, I'm gonna have to find you somewhere now. So I'm gonna have some questions about growing some ginger. So do you know the other names used to identify this one? V, do you know the other name bitter is known by? Yeah, see, I don't know a whole sorority. That's what I have to look. I have to look that up to see if that's the same thing. Yes, Monet, I jacked that bathroom up. It ain't right if it don't smell. Hey, that's what I be thinking in my mind too. Spiritual. It don't smell right. It ain't right. I can't do it. Nope. And then all of this other stuff that I be calling roadkill, and not to be disrespectful to nobody, but like my goddad and them and all of them used to sit around and they used to clean turtles and all of that stuff, squirrels, birds, and all that stuff. Baby, I don't get down with none of that stuff like that. I sit around and watch y'all eat it and everything, but if it ain't something very normal, honey, Shauna don't want it. She ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna make it. Nope. So, to be respectful towards the food that other people cooking and stuff, it's like if I think I ain't gonna make it with it, honey, I ain't finna try it for you because I don't want to disrespect nobody's thing, because some people sensitive about their stuff. So, but you all, thank you very much. I didn't expect to be on here for an hour and a half, but I was able to stay on here an hour and a half because I had great people to communicate with and talk with and share things with, and we all learned something from each other today. I hope you all go on today and let today be a happy, blessed Sunday for everybody. Until next time, make sure you grow in something. Grow something. Grow anything. I don't care if it's in a windowsill, because you never know. The thing you looking for may not be in the grocery stores and stuff no more. You may not be able to go in the grocery store and get anything, because these days they be shutting down our cars, they be shutting down our telephone and all that kind of stuff. You don't never know the day you're going to be able to go to the store and you ain't going to be able to get anything because they ain't got no available way for you to pay for it. So they shutting stuff down and everything. Just like they playing with our phones and all of that stuff right now. I know a lot of people going through things with their cell phone and everything. I'm even going through it. You can be in the middle of a conversation and they'll shut your phone off in a heartbeat. Got all kinds of stuff going on. But if you're growing your own thing, making ways for yourself, even maybe think about, let me add this other little piece of information. Maybe a cell phone is not the thing for all of us right now at this point. Maybe we need to go back to walkie-talkies and stuff like that, because you don't need an actual phone service to be able to use a walkie-talkie, especially when you're not going far distances from different places. You got some walkie-talkies that reach in places that's unimaginable, but the next time you go into like your local Home Depot or your Tractor Supply, something like that, maybe look into getting some devices like walkie-talkies and things like that, different ways of communication. You ain't got no generators and stuff. Maybe look into getting those type of things, because they're starting to play with us with different things like that, things that we don't have any control over. But when you got your own stuff, you don't got to worry about nobody playing with you with stuff like that. So if that's not already on the forefront of your mind, start thinking along those lines. But I always just like to give, what I can help out with. And hopefully you all are doing the same thing. So until next time, make sure you grow some. Over here, we are the High Class Gardeners. And that just means we grow food and everything. We just don't play with no bugs, no worms, and no snakes. We find other people to do that for us. So if this is your first time being here, welcome to the High Class Gardeners over here. And we can be in any place at any time. One day we can be over here fighting. The next day we can be over here preaching. The next day we can be over here in the garden. You never know what you're going to get when you're over here with Life with Tashana, because life be lifing over here. Again, thank you all for joining. And yes, prepare. Because if you're ready, you ain't got to get ready. So I will see you all the next time. Until then, keep growing. Thank you for being here with Life with Tashana. See y'all next time.